You think that's not the plan? Combo Breaker goes above and beyond. You think that they're not going to have me do a whole shebang for the ad slides next year? So last year on Combo Breaker, I did all the ad slides. That was a very last minute thing. It was like, I came into Combo Breaker like a day early or that Thursday, and then they were like, hey, we need you to read all the ad slides. And I was like, okay, how many ad slides are there? And they were like, there's like 7 or whatever, right? I was like, okay, 7 ad slides. Okay, I'll just do a take for each and it's no problem. They're like, oh, we need like 7 takes per each ad slide. I was like, I gotta do 7 made up segues for each ad slide? They're like, yes. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So I did like 7 to 8 takes per ad slide, and there's like 7 or 8 ad slides, right? And I'm just like, I'm running out of ideas. There's definitely an unreleased one about the Astro headsets. And there's a red Astro headset and a blue Astro headset. And I said, it doesn't matter which gang you represent. There's an Astro headset for you. And I remember Esteban just looking at me. And he's like, look, I know we've done like 30 takes by now. What the fuck did you just say? And I was like, Esteban, I'm out of ideas. I got nothing. We need to reset. I got to stand up and get some coffee. And Esteban looks at me and he's like, bro, we can't use that on Combo Breaker. And later on, I asked Rick, he's like, we absolutely can use that on Combo Breaker. I don't know. My brain is fried. I've got nothing left to say by 30 takes, 30 segues in a row. You know? Like, what am I supposed to talk about? Astro headsets, the official headset of the, you can't do that. You got to make it organic. If you've been enjoying Combo Breaker as much as you've been enjoying the audio quality on those Astro headsets, check them out now for this fantastic deal. Like, I got that one. I'm like, all right, that's a clean segue, right? What's the next one? Just like, man, there's a lot of hearty foods in Chicago, as hearty as the audio quality on this. It's like, after like 2 of those or 3 of those or 4 of those, like, I'm starting to run out of ideas. I'm like, dude, what else can I say about this headset? This is like 2 years ago. So then this year I showed up and I flew in a day early and we shot the hot dog skits, 2 of them. And then I was like, okay, I should be good. And I came back and Rick's like, that reminds me. We've got all the ad slides in. We need you to read the ad slide. And I was like, Rick, I can't do this again. Last year, I fried my brain doing all these fucking segues. So then I was like, fine. So we did like 2 takes or 3 takes, I think, for like 5 or 6 ad slides. It was much better than the year before where I did like 7 per thing and I was just running out of ideas. So yeah, the only time I've really had issue in the modern era with ad slides is there was supposed to be, like, we were supposed to have like a lot of prep about what the Evo slides was. And I was like, okay, this is not going to be a problem. And Evo showed up, and I'll never forget. I did an ad segue for like something, and then one of the Chinese slides came up, and I got nothing on this Chinese slide, right? So it comes up, and I was like, as much as you can thank blah, blah, where you can get... And I literally paused. I was like, you can thank that, where you can get equipment for your tournament and event. That's exactly what I did. I was like, I have no info on what's on this slide, what they give you. Like, if I had some inclination about do they give you shelves? Do they give you shoes? Do they give you, fans? Like, what do they sell? I was like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what you can get from this. I do know that they are a lovely sponsor of Evolution 2019. That's all I had. Usually ahead of time, I'm always like, hey, I need to know all the ad slides. And if I know the ad slides, I will be fine. And that was the exact same thing at Evo. Like, I need to know the ad slides. And in all of the hecticness that is Evo, I don't think it made its way to me. It's a low priority on the list of all the shit that's going on at Evo. So, it came up and I was like, I was pretty lost in the lights. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to say here. We need someone to leak that Astros clips versus Bloods. You know why I brought that up? It's because every time I see Esteban's like, I got the recording for this Astros clip. You ever cross me? This shit's going public. And I'm like, do it, Esteban. What's the worst that'll happen? I'll just say it wasn't me. It was Ultra David. Oh, look at the headphones on that big boy. The movement, the spacing, the audio. That's all we got. The movement. I'll just say it was Sammy Fish. I'll be like, yeah, he had to borrow money from a gang to pay back Vicious, so, he came on some hard times. You know how it is. You ever just owe someone $200? You know how it be.